Walk into the nameless rhythm. Leave my name at the edge of the street. Buenos Aires. In San Telmo, the city's oldest barrio, grand aristocratic mansions were abandoned during the 1870s yellow fever epidemic. These faded palaces became conventillos, crowded tenements for immigrants who birthed the melancholic, raw soul of tango. Today, those once forsaken ruins stand as a majestic labyrinth of antique shops and historic street tango. You have been running on a modern track of rigid efficiency, forced to suppress your true emotions like a cold, bloodless gear. But look at the sepia photographs and rusted brass keys resting behind the rain-streaked windows of these old shops. Your broken plans and the faded luster of your past are not failures. They're the contrasting, romantic shadows that make you unique. Tonight, you are allowed to decorate your emotional scars as exquisite antiques. The old stones of this city honor your depth. Inside the dim warmth of Café Tortoni, the amber chandeliers cast long, dramatic shadows across the worn leather booths. I run my fingers over the cold veins of the white marble table, feeling the residue of a century's poetic sorrows. Taking a slow, intense sip of the dark Malbec wine, its velvet warmth bleeds into my chest, dissolving the armor around my heart. I look out through the fog glass toward the obelisco on 9 D. Julio Avenue, cutting through the weeping silver night. Outside is a massive metropolis of noise and rushing lights. But inside this sanctuary, the air is thick with romantic slow time. I watch the single teardrop of condensation slide down my wine glass, realizing my grief is just love with nowhere to go. Deep within the labyrinth of the Recoleta Cemetery, the silent palaces of the dead stand frozen in cold, white marble. Here, under the Platense moon, massive stone angels close their eyes, guarding those who lived with unbridled, dangerous passion. The heavy, Platense Gothic Lo-fi beats drop at a deliberate 65 per minute, weaving through a weeping, dusty violin. I trace the cold, chiseled wing of a marble monument anchoring my trembling spirit to the eternal stillness of history. For this city, death is not an error. It is simply the final, breathless pose of a magnificent and exhausting dance. Like Evita, those who loved deeply and burned fiercely leave a memory that outlasts the heavy stone. Tonight, lay down the heavy blades of self-judgment. Let the bandoneon's friction breathe out the heavy sorrow you carry. The music of the streets was born in the dark, rejected by the elite, yet it conquered the world with its pure, aching beauty. Buenos Aires whispers that your pain does not make you broken. It makes you a masterpiece of survival. You do not need to hide your tears or suppress the raw, chaotic poetry humming beneath your skin to fit the modern grid. The ancient bandoneon sighs, and the heavy rain melt into the dark, cobblestone veins of the city, leaving absolute validation. I step into the shadow of the great palaces, letting the melancholic rhythm wrap my wounded pride like a velvet cloak. I am the marble's nocturne. Tomorrow, I will walk through the cold, mechanical crowd with a fierce, dramatic grace, carrying the unyielding fire of this night. Buenos Aires is dreaming in the embrace of the bandoneon's ghost. Dance with your shadows. Breathe the decadent passion. The night is ours.